Hey guys, Happy New Year! Welcome back to my channel. This is my first video for 2025 and today we're diving into a super simple, polished, and work-ready look using some goodies from my ColourPop mystery box and a trusty fave from Lancôme. If you're here for glowy skin, soft lips, and effortlessly chic eyes, stay tuned. We're starting with eyes today since my brows are already done. And I'm using the ColourPop Potty Proof Eye Primer in the shade Caramel. And this is my first time using this product. So I'm going to apply it with the doe foot applicator. This eye primer goes on quite clear. So I'm going to first apply it with the applicator and then I'm just going to use my fingers to smooth that out all over my lids. Of course, you can use a brush for this, but I just like using my fingers. And now onto this beauty, ColourPop's Going Coconuts Palette. It's perfect for everyday wear. I'm keeping it subtle but polished today. First off the bat, looking at this palette, there are clearly a couple of shades that will not work, will not show up on my skin tone unless I use a white base. So we're staying clear of these shades today. So to start off, I'm going to dip into the shade Shell Yeah. And I'm going to apply this all over my crease and above my crease with a fluffy brush. Now, what I noticed is with this shade, the colors, with this palette in general, the colors are very subtle and they're very buildable. So in order for this shade to show up and the consistency, the color that I wanted, I had to go in with quite a few passes just because I wanted it to be a little intense but not too much. Yeah, to get that right intensity, yeah, I went in a few times. Now, this could have also been due to the brush that I used. I'm here using my Julep eyeshadow brush. So I will definitely be giving this shade, the matte shades, another try using another brush so that I can really give you my final opinion on the intensity of the shades in this eyeshadow palette. Next, I'm going to dip into the shade Nutty, and this shade is a beautiful dark brown, and I absolutely love this shade. It was dark enough to show up well on my skin tone. I'm going in with my MAC blending brush, just applying this in the outer corner of my eye, creating a V-like shape. So yeah, definitely this shade is black girl friendly, and yeah, it's just beautiful shade. Okay, so next I'm gonna dip back into the shade Shell Yeah, and I'm going to apply this shade on my lid. I'm going to go in about 3/4 way on my lid. All right, so I'm not gonna apply this on the inner corners of my lid. And yeah, the reason I chose to go back in with this color is I really wanted to go simple with this look, and I didn't want to create a cut crease in order for the other matte shades to show up, the other brown matte shades to show up. So I just went back in with this pinky nude shade on my lid. Then I'm gonna dip back into the shade Nutty, going back and forth between that shade and Shell Yeah until everything is well blended. Now I'm going in with my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and I'm going to dip into the shade Shredded. The shade Shredded, and oh my goodness, this shade was so pigmented. Yeah, so I didn't dip in quite as much as I did with the other shades because this was, yeah. So to tone down this nude shade a bit, I'm going to go back in with my brush with the shade Shell Yeah, and I'm going to kind of lightly mix those two together so that they blend well together. Next, using a flat brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Get Crackin'. And this shade is so beautiful, y'all. It's like a brown with glitter, these light color glitter. It's like, I don't know if it's purple or silvery glitter. It is just beautiful, but more glitter shows up than the brown. So when I applied it with the brush, of course, it did not show up that much. With ColourPop glitter shimmer shades, I find that they work better on me when I use them with my fingers. So then I go in with the shade using my fingers, and I got a lot more pigment. I got a lot more shimmer glitter using it, applying it that way. Now, when creating eyeshadow looks, makeup looks for you guys using a specific eyeshadow palette, I try to use as many shades as possible in the palette so that you guys can see exactly how they perform and how they look on my skin tone, if you're a darker skin tone, for example. And that way you can make your own decision whether or not you would like to get this palette. So next I'm going in with the shade Cocoa Crush, which is this light brown rose goldy color filled with glitter. And I'm applying it using my finger in the center of my lid. And then I'm going to go in with the color Palm Reader. Now this color is absolutely gorgeous. It's an off-white shade and it's just filled with shimmer. It looks like white shimmer. It is absolutely beautiful, and I applied that in the center of my in the inner corner, in the inner corner of my eyes. And then I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush and I'm gonna dip into the shade Shell Yeah. Shell Yeah. And I'm just gonna make sure that everything is well blended, and just to tone down the shimmer around my crease area, because I did apply it with my fingers. So I'm going to line my eyes with a black eyeliner, put on some lashes, and your girl will be right back. Now that the eyes are done, let's get that flawless base. Okay, so first I'm gonna go in with my moisturizer. I'm gonna moisturize my face, my neck, and then I'm gonna go in with my sunscreen. And of course, I'm going to do the same with that. And then finally, I'm gonna apply my Maybelline Baby Face primer all over my face. Now, moving on to my complexion, I am going to first apply my orange corrector on all of my dark spots. So under the eyes, around my mouth, and then any other dark spot that I may see. And then after that, I'm going to apply some concealer under my eyes. All right, so I'm going to work. So we want this to be work appropriate, not super duper glam, but just enough. And then I'm gonna go in with my holy grail foundation, the Lancôme Teint Idole Ultra Wear. I absolutely love this foundation. It is lightweight and gives a natural finish. I love this foundation. I can't say that enough. It's perfect for long work days. Okay, so now let's add the finishing touches to the eye. So I'm going to first go in with my black liner and I'm going to line the bottom of my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with this angled brush in the inner corners of my eyes. I'm going to apply the shade Shredded from my Going Coconuts Eyeshadow Palette. And then to finish off the eyes, I'm gonna go in with this liner, slanted liner brush, and I'm going to apply the shade Challier on the under my eyes. Yeah, and that completes the eye look. For that workday glow, I'm reaching for the ColourPop Lite Stick in Molten Hot. Now this highlighter stick is so creamy and blendable. I like to tap it on the high points of my cheek, going up a little bit towards my hairline. And I just use a brush and to blend this in. I like this because it is perfect for work if you just want that light glow. It is not overpowering, it's not, hey, I'm here. It's, yeah, look at me, there's a glow there. What is it? I see the glow. Okay, so to tie everything together, let's go in with some powder. And this is my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Coconut. And this is just going to slightly mattify everything. We're not putting too much, but just because my face tends to be oily, I'm just going to apply a little powder just to hold everything in place. And no look is complete without lips. For an everyday low maintenance vibe, I'm using the ColourPop Blotted Lip in the color Purr. It's lightweight, buildable, and gives that perfect blurred effect. Just swipe it on for a soft flush of color that'll last through meetings or even coffee breaks. And that's it, you guys. An easy, everyday work look using ColourPop and a touch of Lancôme. It's polished, glowy, and super easy to recreate. Let me know in the comment section if you try this look. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a tutorial. Until next time, stay fabulous, y'all.